good, y'all? First, I want to say thank y'all for tuning into the podcast. The podcast is about to start any second now. I just want to give a quick disclaimer. This is going to be called episode 0, right? Because this was not supposed to happen. It was supposed to be a test run, but my brothers pulled up and they showed love and we had a good time. So I do want to share it with y'all. I do want to ask for some grace for the production and all that. We're going to work on it, but please still tune in, and also leave a comment, man. Leave comments. I do want to open up the podcast to the community. I will invite some of y'all to the podcast to join in, and that's pretty much what I want to say. And I love y'all. Let's do this. This is the In Between Podcast with your host DJ Wawa. I got some special friends here, some community here. I'm gonna explain what the In Between is, but first, before I do that, I want to introduce a couple of my friends, a couple of like close people that I respect and love. We're gonna start right here. Go ahead, boy.
Can I get a yeah? I love it. So my name is Amaurys Grullon. I'm a creative social entrepreneur based in the South Bronx. You know, I'm co-founder of Tag Up Studios here with my boy, with my geyser, and I'm just an individual, you know, who's here to create change and to make sure that the wheels are still going. You know, so that's me.
I love that. Yes, sir. What about you, my brother with the Yankee hat?
Yeah, my name is Josh.
Talking to Mike. Put your mouth to the mouth.
Yeah, see, I'm a rookie at this shit. I don't know.
All right.
My name is Josh. Me and Wawa go back way long. Like, I think me and him, I inherited him as a friend, actually. He was real cool with my brother. Me and him grew up in Patterson together. I'm a former basketball player. Played at O'Hollo's High School.
Okay. I would take. But he went to the same school. That's
Josh, real quick. Again, this is the soft launch, so we working some shit out. Josh, if you could just put your mic like closer to the edge, if you can do that, because it also, give Amadi some space.
Right.
He loves being in the camera.
I love it.
Right. But yeah, put your mouth to the mic.
Pause. All right. Yeah, no, so, I played some college hoops, and then after that, I got into education, and then did a quick pivot in life, and, started doing tech sales, so that's kind of like where I'm at. So, I'm excited to jump on this podcast and, talk some shit, and I got some pretty, strong opinions, and I'm ready to debate my guy.
Yes, you could. I mean, I don't. Again, I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you what the in between is in a few. But all right, my brother, you go next.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? This is Drew from Bronx Crypto. I'm the CFO. Bronx Crypto is basically a learning platform where we're teaching people about cryptocurrency in the community, trying to spread this awareness and trying to bridge the gap and find the financial from the Silicon Valley, from the disenfranchised. And we're trying to, put everybody on. The space is early, but we want to make people understand what's going on and making people understand that the technology is growing, and for the future, crypto is here to stay.
That's fire, my brother. What about you, my dude?
What's up, everybody? This is Julio from Bronx Crypto. I'm the CEO of Bronx Crypto, co-founder with my brother Drew, and we are here to raise awareness. I'm gonna get right to it.
Yes, let's get it.
We have always been oppressed when it comes to money and banking. People of color, Latinos, blacks, African Americans. Kanye.
Yes, let's go.
Bro, the Kanye.
I just started smiling. As soon as he said Banks, I was like,
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, guys. Bronx Crypto, we're here to talk about the digital financial revolution that's going on right now.
Yes.
It's happening right under everyone's noses. And this is something that everyone needs to talk about. This is something that has to be discussed. It's 2022, and there's no more room for secrets. Everything is up for debate. Yes. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. I just want to clap it up. Yeah, I just want to clap it up for that. Dope, bro. All right, cool. So let me explain what the in-between is here. I do want to mention that my guys, Bronx Crypto, Amadi's just walked in.
Yeah.
Josh. Like, this is off the cuff.
And we got BSN in the building.
Yeah.
You
What up,
ready?
B? Yeah, so this is straight up off the
Yeah,
cuff.
freestyle. There's nothing
Freestyle.
Yes,
written.
indeed. We just came.
I don't even think that my people here even know what the in between is. Pause, right? So,
You don't got to pause for that.
I mean, we are from the Bronx. I mean.
Aye.
So, but I do want to say what inspired this. What is the in between, right?
Yo, Ice Spice, we both from the Bronx, so I know that you dirty. I'm sorry, I remember wanting to say
You
that.
thought I was feeling you?
Well, we're gonna send that to her
Punch.
too.
I love
Yo.
her. I love her.
I love those curls, right? It's something about those curls.
The in between. So, boom. So this is what inspired the in between, right? Because I feel like in today's climate, you know, we're either left or right. We're either like extreme this, extreme that. And I think that's super unhealthy for us as human beings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think that we should leave a space open, that we should have communication. And with the hope to meet in between.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That we can understand each other. It's not about changing people's minds. It's not about, of course we hope to change people's minds so they can see our perspective, right?
But we shouldn't have to force.
Yeah.
No, absolutely
change
not.
their mind.
Yeah, it's good to listen to all.
Yes.
If we can't agree to disagree, there's no democracy.
There. You feel me?
fact.
Or can we say that one more time? If we cannot
Yeah.
agree
To
to
disagree.
disagree, there is no democracy.
democracy.
Yeah.
That is a fact. And if you're not noticing, they're trying to take our Second Amendment right.
And our first.
And our first. But look, boom. Again, this is for us to meet in between. I feel like the in between is where love is.
Fire.
You feel me? This is where we're gonna meet. This is where love. At the end, I don't care if me and
It's all
you.
love.
I don't want to call it a debate. I want to call it more a discussion.
conversation.
Like a discussion. And I mean, let's discuss this. I did go between the names, the in between or help me understand. Well, I was
I like the in between. It's great.
I said, help me understand,
I like
right?
the, yeah.
I said, help me understand. He went the other way.
We all, the in between is like finding
common ground.
Yeah, the common
Absolutely.
ground. I love that.
But I am gonna use that help me understand phrase a
That's
lot
the
because
slogan.
that's the point of this conversation. It's like I want you to talk, tell me your point of view, but then help me understand.
Yeah.
You know, and we can understand that sometimes we're not gonna understand.
Yeah.
You know, and understand that the person is not gonna understand. And have understanding for that. And have love for that. And be like, yo, I still love you. Type
The
shit,
in-between?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
the in between. That's where we're gonna
I
be.
like
at.
the in between. Definitely, right now there is a culture in America where it's way too polarized. Like you said, it's either left or it's either right. There's no.
It's unhealthy, actually.
Yeah, definitely.
It is.
definitely.
And what makes it so worse too is that like the purpose of like having different opinions is that you at least walk away with some sort of perspective, right? If you could walk away with perspective, that's really huge, right? Like for me, like I
that's
have
the
friends
best.
that are like super on the right side, right? And like I'm cool with saying that, but there's certain reasons why like they have those like political views and things like that. But you walk away with perspective, and if you can walk away with perspective, you just have like you're just so much more knowledgeable.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Agree.
There's also a lot of times that I left a conversation, of course I didn't change my mind, but later on I did change my mind
Yeah.
because that person did plant seeds inside of me that I started realizing later on. And we're naturally stubborn people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We naturally like dig our feet in the ground and be like, oh, I don't care. Again, that's not mature, right? But we're human beings at the end of the day. So we got to understand that sometimes we aren't going to understand.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that we can't plant those.
Yeah,
gotta
and you
meet
can
in the
learn.
in-between.
You can learn from anyone.
Yeah, that's what I was
and
going to say.
just
That
what you
same
said, like,
thing.
this conversation I had, it planted seeds, and further down the line, I saw it.
Yeah.
It's true. Sometimes time allows things to click.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah, I think the one thing about just like being in such a polarizing era that we're in right now is that it's just going to create a bigger bubble within different sides, and then those bubbles are just going to create even more division with those as well, which means
Yeah.
like it's just going to keep
It's
on
unhealthy.
getting
It's
Yeah, but-
worse and
wider
worse.
and wider.
All right, so let's get right to it because one thing is people being divided
Yeah.
on issues, but then another thing is third parties throwing gasoline on the fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go right to it. I'm gonna blame mainstream media.
Hit it. Hit it.
You know, because sometimes I think that
They poke at fear.
Yeah, they poke at
our
fear.
They wanna
want
control
this
us.
propaganda.
Yeah.
They want this narrative.
Yeah.
And you
whatever
know-
benefits them. You know what I mean?
And
they
sometimes
don't care
is
about
it just for views? Is it
It
just
is.
for
for
Nah, it's
money,
just to
for
be
gain,
first
for gain.
at this point, right? Just to get a story out, right? It
I mean, there's
no
only two. It's like
context.
CNN and Fox.
Yeah.
Bro, Michael Jackson said it himself. They don't really care about us, bro.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
That song
Yeah.
is fire.
That
Yo,
song,
rest in
that
peace,
music
Mike.
video is crazy.
All I want
you
to
know?
say is that
they don't really
care about us.
Ooh, that shit sounded amazing. Holy,
Oh my
Yo, we
gosh.
should, but no. But either way, yeah. We're going to the stew after this. No. I think about that all the time, bro. And I feel like we're getting more and more like people don't care about government right now, bro.
Yeah.
We don't trust. We're like on our own.
Yeah.
Like we need to figure out a way, and this is why we have the in between to talk about the
Yeah,
different
man.
ways. You know.
Definitely. Yo, so I do want to let's talk about some topic. I mean, we don't got to get into the topics, but what kind of topics can this podcast tackle in the future? What do y'all
There's
think?
nothing off
think,
the table.
Things that
Shout out to the
are-
Yankees right now.
They're playing right now.
They're
They're
playing
killing
right
it, right?
now.
They tied up right
That's
now
our
with
home
Houston?
team.
They tied?
I think they tied up here.
And y'all gonna make me put out this podcast
Hopefully we-
tomorrow. Okay? By
Hopefully
then
we
we probably
make it.
won the World Series or we out here. But
the moon.
legit, we can talk about sports, bro. We can talk about music.
Religion.
Fashion.
We can talk about religion. We can talk about sports.
Ideas.
We can talk about
Finances.
money. You know what I mean? We can talk
That's
about
good right there.
we could talk about relationships. I almost say girls, but I do wanna
Fashion.
say that I do wanna have some feminine energy in here. You
Facts,
know?
facts.
Yeah.
Let's bring girls.
Please,
Yeah,
my-
we
my-
have to actually.
my-
Damn, that is a good thing
Yeah.
because
We need
We need
women,
that
shout out to all
that's
the
a diff-
ladies
yeah,
out there.
shout out all the ladies.
We are nothing without our ladies.
Yes, no,
That's a
I
fact.
love
We need
women.
to
Yes,
acknowledge
yes,
that.
So-
We are nothing without our women.
Yeah.
So-
I was raised
and
by
they
strong
give
women.
us a whole nother perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Which is like amazing.
Yo, so please, if you're a friend of mine, let me know that you want to talk on in between.
Tap
you
in,
wanna come
tag up.
Tap in.
Just tag up.
Yes. So, I'm gonna just throw out the date today, right? So just so y'all know, today is October 19th, right?
Your OVO, October's very own. You already know. B-Day month.
Nice.
brother.
Today's October 19th, and
Knowledge born.
I feel like the main topic right now is our brother Kanye West.
Or ye.
Yay.
Yay.
My bad,
Yay. Yay.
My thing is,
I do, yeah.
All right, what about him? What about him?
You know,
bro?
it's coming from love. But
so a lot of people are focused on different things.
Yeah.
Some people are focused on the T-shirt. Some people are focused on the anti-Semitic
interviews.
Yeah.
going DEF CON.
Yeah.
And we don't condone any anti-Semitism, etc. Right? But some things have to be mentioned. Like, is this true? Is this false? Is it up for conversation?
no, it's not. It's not because
So-
they don't let us talk about it, bro.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get
not.
right to it because I love that hat, the tag up, the
Yeah.
cross with the going up like towards
Yep.
heaven.
Yeah.
Was Jesus a Jew? Is that true or false?
True.
Nah, he went ham. He went ham
Going
with
in.
that one.
Go-
He went in, buddy. Wait, so you're asking?
Is Jesus Jewish?
Wait,
Was
Is
he
it
Jewish?
true or false?
Was
That's
he
all
Jewish?
I'm asking.
It's true.
Yeah.
Was he Jewish? He was Jewish.
Yeah. Okay. So how
Oh,
is
see,
that?
that's like
Yeah,
Cardinal
yeah.
Hayes education,
Bro, he,
brother.
no, bro, the way you said it, like I'm confused. You already know. Up Hayes and always loyal men.
Yeah, shout out to-
Archdiocese.
facts. Shout out Cardinal Hayes,
A
St.
lot, all of them, all of
Yeah,
them.
Apollo.
but yes,
You already-
yes,
But the-
he was a Jew. Yeah.
So how is that anti-Semitic?
I tell you. I mean, this is from what I learned, right? So, almost anything could be anti-Semitic. I think, again, I don't know the history too well, but I guess you know what happened with Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. Like they put out a fear. They put out fear against Jews, so that's why.
Can we search the definition of,
Not
of that word?
No, that
Hold
was
on, hold on.
definitely
Since we have-
Yeah, I'm
terrible time in history.
Yeah, I'm going right. Yes, right. But the Jewish community doesn't want any attention, I guess, towards them because they fear that. Because they're freaking moving mountains. Like they're put together. You know what I mean? Like we can't tell them nothing. So I guess even if you be like, hey, yo, the Jews own all the banks, that's anti-Semitic. You know, because
Or
it's
the
like,
Jews
because
own
now
all
it's like,
the-
oh my gosh, even though it could be true, but they just don't want no light shined on them because they do them.
That's how
You
the
know what I mean?
Holocaust started, though.
Yes.
Was through that, like through
Yes.
propaganda.
Yeah. So that's why they're like anything can be anti-Semitic, but then it becomes that thing like, oh shit, like you can't really say anything towards them,
Yeah.
even if they do bad, even if they're doing something that we don't agree to.
Yeah.
We can't say it because I'm scared to say it here.
Okay, so I think
a Jewish person owns this room right here.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
facts.
Yeah.
I'm like these niggas probably listening to us, and you know what? I might get
You might
kicked out
shut
of
you-
here.
you
What's
might
up,
get out
Izzy?
there.
Shout out Izzy. Shout out Gladiator
Shout
out to-
Development.
Shalom.
But it's, the thing is that again, it could come from love. It could come from, I think, if you watch the interview, it could come from jealousy too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, we can be jealous of what they got, but
I think
My thing is about equality, right?
Yeah.
We are all human beings, right? And I do have something against the fact that in a way you can say anything about any other race, any other people, and it's just like regular, like, oh, that's just somebody either, being this, being that, but then I have seen, we've seen it time and time out, Nick Cannon, right? Says something, dunzo.
Yeah.
Kanye, boom. Who else? Didn't like Kevin Hart say something? But anytime you go against the machine,
Someone takes a stand.
it's bad. You know what I mean? It's just like they close it up. They
So-
blackball you. So
Money,
So
power,
two things. I
respect.
think one thing. I think Kanye might have had like a bad experience with maybe one or a few people. I don't think.
I mean,
he
they
should've-
run almost all the industry. So he's in fashion. He's in
So he's
music.
probably running
he
into
probably
these situations with
constantly.
different.
I'm gonna say it. Cancel me. I don't care. They run the banks, bro. Majority
They
of
run the
banks,
hospitals.
They run
Hospitals for
the
sure.
banks. They run the hospitals. So
They run
whatever
the laws,
it is,
the judicial system.
even if, to be honest, even if tag up, they run tag. If we go get a loan right now, say we go get a loan.
This is different.
You know what I mean? If we go get a loan from the banks, do they technically own? I feel like whenever you're in debt to somebody, they own. It's a part of you that they own. You get what I mean? So if you go get
The
a
credit
loan
system,
from that, then they own.
Yeah, it's almost like I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
But there's a big rumor out there that as soon as he took that big payout, $100 million, Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a gag order. It's like you take the money, you get paid, but now they can control and they can decide what they want you to air and what
And-
they want you.
Yeah. Of
And
course.
again, and
Yeah.
who gave him that money? Who gave him that money?
Who
right.
was it?
Spotify.
I mean,
Who
nobody
runs
giving
Spotify?
away
Who-
money
Who
though.
owns
Google,
who runs
yeah.
Spotify?
Don't we have the
But
Google?
Spotify, music industry, like it's just
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're
We're
giving you
all
money
canceled
though.
by tomorrow morning.
Yeah, no, you can't post this. You gotta blur my
No,
face.
no,
and
listen, we have to. We have to. You mentioned something
I mean,
about
we're
our
having
Second
a conversation.
Amendment.
We're not saying anything.
Yeah.
No,
we're
but you
just
mentioned
talking
about the
what's
Second
happening,
Amendment.
you know?
That's the right to bear arms, and that's at risk. And now our freedom of speech, our First Amendment,
yeah.
the main amendment,
and freedom of opinion too. You know, I
It's
feel
also
like
at-
sometimes
I'm gonna
when
push
you
back
are
on that.
against-
Go ahead. I'll let
You know, I was just gonna say sometimes when you're against a mainstream idea, and you maybe have something that goes a different route, like you are just persecuted to the maximum level, and that's not allowing others to have other ideas and to branch out. Like we are kind of following one common, like, oh, this is a cool thing to acknowledge now and to be a vibe with. We're all gonna go this way, or if you're not, you're gonna just be canceled. And I don't think that's healthy and should be a thing. You know.
What he's gonna push back?
Yeah, and I was going to push back because I feel like we take, and that's not just freedom of speech. I think it's everything that we do. Like, if it's something that we agree with, we always go to like the extreme on it, right? And I think me and Wawa had this debate about like abortion laws, right? Where people talk about like abortions, right? And like the first thing that they go to is like the most extreme case is like a scenario.
Oh yeah,
right.
I'm the
And-
one that mentioned that.
huh?
I think I mentioned.
Yeah, right. So even with freedom of speech, it's more so that you won't get persecuted for saying specific things, right? That doesn't necessarily mean like you can say whatever you want and not, be held accountable or have some consequences, right? What does those consequences look like? might lose some contracts, right? You might lose following. You might be blackballed out of some industry. That don't necessarily mean that you're going to get persecuted and get sent to prison.
Yeah.
So that's what we mean by like freedom of speech, because in other countries, you know, you can't really just say whatever you want. You know,
Yeah,
you
you'll
get
be
sent
hung.
to, you can be hung, get sent to prison. That's
Yeah.
what they mean by freedom of speech. So it's kind of like we got to like tote the lines where it's like, all right, we can't say our opinion. We're losing our freedom of speech. I don't necessarily think that's the case. We just won't get persecuted for it. But you're going to have to end up
Yeah.
losing some luxuries if you want to defend your opinion.
Which
it
is
It's
it ain't
foul.
right.
It's-
yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's-
not.
it's-
It's not
it's
the right
definitely-
thing.
Yeah.
But it is the fact that we had to write that in the Constitution, freedom of speech. It tells you that it's important, right?
Facts.
It tells you like speech, right? We gotta protect it at all costs, right? Even when you don't agree with somebody.
Yeah.
If we're able to get them out of here, now it's like,
They can get you out of it.
yeah, now they could get you out of here.
Yeah.
And then now who's controlling that?
Correct.
Get what
So
I
who
mean?
started cancel culture?
Who's controlling
Social
that?
media.
Millennials.
Social media.
Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg.
Nah,
No.
it was us.
It was us.
Who's us?
We created.
Who's
But
us?
us
I
as
feel
a-
like
as a-
recently
No, no,
there's been a
society.
trend in technology where I feel like they're using the algorithm to censor us.
Oh yeah. I mean, but that's another.
Yeah, I mean,
What, you mean another topic for the
That's another
in
topic.
between podcast?
We're not going for top,
bro.
but it's
it's-
Again, this is what today is
Yeah.
about. Today is no topics. I don't got no
Oh, we just
no
rolling
list.
with
We're
it.
gonna be
Top
jumping
topic.
left and right. That's cool, right? But dead ass, who like Kevin Samuels or what's the other
Andrew
guy?
Tate.
Andrew Tate,
Yeah,
Kanye
Tate.
West now,
Yeah.
or whatever.
happening a lot, bro. And
But
Shout out to Andrew Tate though. He's. I mean, listen. It's like it's
it's-
like
it's
there's
very
a war
toxic.
against the alpha male though. It
Yes,
feels
yes,
like when
yes,
you
yes.
see
that's
a
another
confident
right there.
man.
But I do
There,
feel that.
there,
I do feel
there
that.
is some
But-
pushback. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's
we
like-
shouldn't be.
it's-
It's on our nature to be that.
Yeah.
But look, the thing is that I understand, right? Again, I'm trying to meet in the in between. I understand where they're
That's why
coming
we need
from.
women
I
on the
agree.
other-
Exactly.
Yeah.
I trust me, I agree, right? But to get in the in between, right? It is people are they're scared, you know? It's a feelings thing that people are. That's what moves us to in this culture today. It's not very smart, it's not very wise of us, it's not logical, but we can't get rid of people that we have different views of. We need to know what they're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I
correct.
mean?
Like
Yeah,
with
yeah.
this
We
situation
need to know.
with Kanye, with the Jewish people, I think this is actually a moment where maybe the Jewish community needs to understand some of the feelings that other
How they making us
races
feel.
are feeling and other things like that.
I like
You know
how
what
we're
I'm
starting
saying?
conversations and things that we weren't really, that affect us overall, impact us, but we're just like living.
A lot of us were saying it, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of us were saying it, but we
Saying
scared.
what? Saying what?
I mean, had questions.
Yeah,
You
about what?
About the Jew, like the people that didn't get vaccinated, the people that didn't have to wear masks.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even say the name. The people that have their own police, the people that have their own community that
The ambulances.
their own
Yeah.
we see it, but we don't say nothing because it's like they do them, and the rest of the world does them, right?
True.
Yeah.
And once you say something, then you become, But
Ostracized?
I guess what Ye feels empowered, or he feels like, I mean, you brought up the Bible earlier. He feels like David going against Goliath. They're Goliath right now. They're the giants that we're scared that we don't want to approach.
I'm gonna switch it. Why can't we abolish the N word from hip hop?
I love that.
Yo,
Why do
I love
we?
it. I love it.
Why do we? Are
Yeah,
we
yeah, yeah.
the only people who put ourselves down every time we dap?
Bro, I just had
every
That's a
time I
fact.
give you a
That's-
pound, it's
it's
like I
those
gotta
two sides
tell
of
you.
the story.
I don't think
I know,
it does
but-
not
Yeah.
put us down, right?
Yeah.
But I just got an epiphany recently that I'm going to try my best not to say the N word, right? And it's because
I've been dealing with that too.
It's
Personally,
because-
honestly,
it's because
I already went.
it just
through
sounded
I
dumb.
barely said.
Like I think I'm mature now, right? Like this, like we flipped the word, and I'm saying we, because I'm an Afro Latino. I am a black man, right? We flipped the word that meant ignorant at first, right? We flipped the word that meant ignorant and changed it to
getting a lot of money and still ignorant, and putting your people down.
Yo, what up my ignorant? Like, what up my ignorant person, right?
Yeah.
But now, if you look at it, somebody pointed out, I think BSN was here. In the dictionary, it doesn't even say ignorant no more. It just says a bad word to call a black person.
Yeah.
It doesn't say ignorant is not in there now. So now we really took over the word. Was that smart? Why? I think the way to flip that was to
Who
call
owns
white
the
people
dictionary?
like, no, y'all. This is how you.
Did we
flip
really
it.
take over the word? Who
made
owns
the
Webster's dictionary?
Yeah, search that.
Did we really take over the word?
Nah, I'm joking. No. But I'm just saying. But
I know,
we
like
really took
Jay-Z said we
really
took ownership of the word. Like he said that.
Yeah, but
you ever
sounds dumb to me
mentioned
now.
the word like around a different environment?
Oh yeah, no,
And you're like,
It's weird.
whoa,
That's what I was
just
gonna
let
say.
it out like
I
that,
said
and everybody's looking at you.
I
like,
said it.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
White
Come- it's
everybody, they're like,
2022,
what?
y'all.
I
It's
go down
2022.
south a lot. I go to like Atlanta or South Carolina, and they're a lot more like racially charged than we are in New York.
Facts,
There's
facts.
not
Mississippi,
like
a lot of places.
There's not a lot of Latinos or stuff like that.
Yeah.
They find it crazy. Like even if my wife was to say,
Yeah.
she's Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? Like if she was to say that, bro, it might be over for her. I don't even say it down there. You know what I'm saying? They might say it's okay, but I don't feel comfortable saying it down there. So it just says something
The
different.
real question is, which celebrity, which rapper is gonna be the first to take the stand and say, you know what? If anybody uses this word, you cancel.
I think
Somebody
Wayne
has
tried
to-
that. I think he had one album where
who?
he didn't. Wayne.
That can
There
never
was
happen.
one.
Wayne?
Wayne had one.
Now we're
He had
Weezy.
one
Now we're
album.
Weezy F baby.
Yeah. A long time ago, he
I
tried it. I
believe.
think if he tried, he can't try it now just because I don't
But Will
think he has
Smith
like
tried
the
it. He
social
didn't
relevance.
curse,
But yeah, it's been tried
We
before.
saw what
It's very
happened to Will
difficult.
Smith.
All right, but
Here's why it's even more
Again.
difficult now is because hip hop and rap is just like the number one genre right now.
Hip hop in the Mecca next year, 50 years of hip hop,
Yeah.
man. Let's celebrate it right here. BX.
Hip Hop Museum,
You
shout
already.
out.
Universal Hip Hop
Yeah.
Museum, but you already know.
yeah, man.
But it's so interesting that y'all guys say like using the N word, and it's really not that difficult to stop using the word. It's just the environment, right? Like if me and you are always around each other, it's super easy to say that. So ever since like I moved over to like a corporate job, there's very few people of color like in representation in corporate. Right, and it's probably like one other dude that's like black in my company, and like even then, like I don't even use the N word around them because I also don't want to make white people feel comfortable
Yeah.
That
saying
you're
that because
saying
then you
it,
go
so
to
they
a
can
happy
say
hour
something
and then that shit slips out, and now it's like
No, it's-
so it's like
Which is I guess I'm more mature. Which is dumb, right? If we flip the word to say, for admiration, right? But other people can't admire us with the same word, then we shouldn't use the word, bro.
it's not
It's
that.
just a
It's
bad-
more so
but
of
it's a
like
bad
Are we in
word.
the
Like one person
in-between?
can say it, but the other person.
Yeah,
But
then
are
it's-
we in the
is it-
in-between? Like, can we find a common ground?
I think the common ground.
Get back to
I
that.
love that. I love that.
I'm always
I
bringing
think
it back home, baby.
All right, so I'm gonna say what I think. I think the common ground is like, you know what, we gotta realize that is
What about freedom of speech? Which we were
Exactly.
just talking
It's a
about.
very
Why, like,
thin
you
line.
can't limit. Like, if people want to say it, it means people can say it.
Like I said
I mean, they
earlier, you're
shouldn't-
going
they
to have to deal with the
shouldn't- guys,
consequences of it, though. You
They
can't
shouldn't
just say it. You got to
say
deal with the
it.
consequences.
Maybe they shouldn't say it, yeah, because whatever. But I believe that everyone has the freedom to have any opinion and to say anything, and they should be able to express anything. And let's talk about drill.
wait.
You know what I mean? Because that's another one that I feel that
I was gonna
brings
bring that
that.
up.
It's like we want the youth to express.
Yeah,
But then when it brings this toxicity, then it's just like, go, bro.
damn, son. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Nah, you're bugging. That was
But,
like a minute,
no,
bro.
you said you said something about
The opinion. Everyone
yeah.
should have the right.
everyone should have
Freedom of speech.
the freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Freedom of speech. I believe that. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was trying to bring it.
God.
It happens. It happens.
Man, pull a yay moment. Ye sometimes you forget where he's at. Nah, I thought it sounded cool.
Obama, right? He was like, when I see Obama, that was just cool. Like,
And he told Chris Cuomo, he was like, la, 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 la.
what about the newest one, bro? He was like, bruh, how much what's your fucking net worth? He was like, not as
so,
great.
Piers Morgan.
Not as much as
He's like-
yours. He said, exactly.
Oh, wait,
Why
that,
would I
that was
listen
today?
to-
It just happened, yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
awesome.
He was like, then why, like, what, you should be taking my advice. And in a way, I mean, that's true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this dude is the richest billionaire. You know
Black
what I
man
mean?
in American
Yeah.
history.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask y'all, is that true?
No, I want to
It
get
is.
y'all guys' opinion on that
So-
because
True.
being,
So,
you know,
wait, don't quote me on this because I haven't ran the numbers just yet. You know, and sometimes Forbes numbers
A couple
are not.
years ago, he hit the richest
But the thing is,
black-
what someone is valued is
It's-
different. There's not saying that he has, $10 billion
no,
in
yeah,
cash.
no.
It's saying in a collective with the Yeezy brand and his music and everything together,
Has the
And
potential.
it has the potential to be billions of dollars.
But it's a made up number though
But
from a
with that
venture
made up-
capitalist.
Yeah, but with that made up number, the bank will lend you money.
But this is the thing though, when he goes and sells that, is it still going to be worth that much? Because
think
the
it's
brand is attached to the man.
Well, when Gap is willing to give you 1.5 billion off the rip, you're worth 5 times that.
But I'm saying though,
It's like if somebody told me right now, Julio, I'll give you 100,000 for Bronx Crypto, then I know off the bat it's worth $1 million.
Yo, but
Why
if-
would you give me
Yeah,
100
yeah,
grand
yeah,
right
yeah.
now if it ain't nothing?
if Yeezy's worth
the law. It's
$4 billion, he wants to sell it, right?
Who?
Yeezy.
Why would he
he doesn't
sell
wanna
it?
sell
But I'm saying, so what's the point of it being worth that much if you want to liquidate it at some
but
point,
that's
correct?
like saying Mr. Arnold will sell Louis Vuitton. Why would he sell Hennessy?
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest brands.
Yeah.
Like Yeezy is up there with the Louis Vuitton.
I mean,
Hennessy.
Kanye became a billionaire because of the contract he did with Adidas to have most of the ownership and over Yeezy. You know what I mean? Like, I think
it's still growing.
he's,
Yeah.
Still growing, you know?
he's
And I-
very much aware of
And
ownership.
Gap,
Like,
I
Not
want
for
y'all
the-
guys to get into that because I feel like a lot of people, especially in our community, don't understand like owning shares within companies, right? Being a majority, minority owner, like what does this all mean? Like it's very foreign language to a lot of people in our community.
we need to. That's what we're promoting: ownership, equity,
Yeah.
elevation.
Definitely, when I was talking about the topics and stuff, like drill and etc., and like I didn't, which is crazy. I mean, my wife would kill me for this, but like financial stuff, like I didn't think about that when I first started this podcast. So I'm definitely gonna have y'all back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to find an in between. Like I want somebody. I mean, not in between. I want somebody like on the other side who maybe opposes crypto. You know, and then we can have a conversation.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
gonna work on that.
So
I
you're
think
gonna
that's
you're gonna have
dope.
guests and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be.
No, you gotta have someone playing devil's advocate.
Yeah. Because
yeah.
we're all like agreeing, like yeah. This
Yeah,
is
I don't-
amazing.
and that's kind of how it feels right now. But again, we're family.
Right.
We're loving right now. But
Yo, let's
So
let's
what do you
touch
guys
some
think about?
topics.
What do you
Yeah.
guys think about the current leadership in the country? What do you think
Honestly,
about,
bro, I got something to say about that, right? So honestly, bro, so look, we had Donald Trump, right? Crazy, right? Very, very turbulent time, I would say, very, but I feel like in a way now we have this new administration that I feel like is super weak. You know what I mean? Doesn't have a backbone. And I feel like we have to create the in-between. You know what I mean? We had somebody that was so like on social media
So
every day.
strong,
So
and it's so
every day. And
kinda-
then so, it's like we went from over here in the sense of like energy and just like presence and whatever, right? Which is not healthy. Nothing that's low, we need to find something common ground.
Transparency, like we kind of knew, like we knew what the guy was thinking every day.
Yeah.
Who?
Which we hated Trump.
Yeah,
We knew,
expressing all
even
his
though we
feelings
hated
on Twitter.
Like
I
we
mean,
don't know.
some people feel like
we don't
what
know
he
what Trump is. I mean, what Biden
It's up to
is doing.
is
Yeah.
doing.
You have no
Which
idea.
is, and it's
Which is
just
a
like,
good thing too. It feels like peace.
Yeah, but we don't know.
yeah.
But we don't know
I
what
felt good.
Kamala
It's not
Harris is doing
Bro.
either.
I want to see more of her, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
I was like, okay, we're going to
And
see
what's happening with Russia? We can't just throw a wall of money at it and think it's gonna disappear. This problem is still going on.
About what?
Yeah.
Ukraine and Russia.
Ukraine and
okay,
Russia,
okay, yeah.
Right? It like this
Financial
bothers
war's
me.
still
Like
going on.
you
You
know,
saw about the bridge that just
government.
got,
I think
struck?
forgive me if I'm not correct, but if it wasn't Bernie Sanders or one of these politicians, they asked Elon Musk to give $6 billion to end world hunger.
Yo, shout out
And
Elon Musk.
what was his
Shout out
response
Elon
to
Musk.
I don't remember what his response was,
I remember
but he
what
didn't
it
do
was.
it.
No.
He said he would do it, but he wants to see a
The
plan.
receipts.
plan,
He wants
right?
the receipts.
So-
Where is his money going?
So
You know
now
what I
we
mean?
send $40 billion to Ukraine.
by himself, bro. Come on.
So we couldn't have sent like 32 billion and take the 6 billion and still fix world hunger.
Oh, I
You know
see
what I'm
you
saying?
mean.
Like,
yeah.
we could have fixed that
I
problem.
honestly, bro, when they tell us numbers, I don't even believe it anymore. They were like, "Oh, the United States is 3 billion in debt."
They just
Or like,
It's actually
now it's
31
this.
trillion.
It's just, yeah. It's just like, bro, the
Talk
numbers
about
don't
it,
even don't even matter anymore. When they say, "Oh,
Oh,
this is gonna
matters
serve-"
number. You know why? Just like Jay-Z
yeah.
said,
The numbers
men
that they
lie,
tell us.
women lie, numbers don't.
I'm
you
sure.
cannot fake the math,
But I'm saying
and that's why I
about
like
the
crypto so
government-
much.
The government telling us
You can't
just
fake the
random
math.
numbers, and we not seeing actions from those, bro. Like,
Yeah,
don't you
that's a
think
fact.
that?
That's a fact, man. That's a fact.
But crypto, I love it. You're right.
No, that's why I like-
Decentralized and
Decentralized,
making sure
peer-to-peer, and the
that we
blockchain,
have
it can't be
ownership of it,
manipulated. You know what I'm saying? It keeps people honest. That's
Yeah.
the problem. I feel like there's just so much money flowing around that the government can't even keep track of it. That's why they got to hire 80,000 more workers for the IRS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So the blockchain is one of the main reasons why they don't want it is because they can't do their shady stuff under the table anymore. All of a sudden, everyone has public access to see what's going on.
They don't want that either.
No, because now we will see,
Yeah.
okay, they just send 100 billion over here. They just send 100 billion over there. They just send this over here. And then we're going to start to see, like,
What do you think about
why
privacy?
our education is
What about
hitting.
privacy? What do you think about that?
I think privacy
In
is
connection to what you were saying.
I think privacy, number one, to all the fake pages out there, all the Bronx crypto fake pages. There's like 10 fake Bronx crypto pages.
Where could we follow y'all?
Bronx_crypto. That's the real.
You already.
And no, not just that. We really
Well, the
outside.
rest
If you
of
look
some
at these
shady-
crypto pages, there's nobody showing their face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just have posts and you don't know who you following. We really out here showing our face because we believe in the technology, we believe in certain projects, and we think they're going to be influential in the radical shift of finance for the middle class. And look at the taxes, look at inflation, look at what's happening. Your money is eroding.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You get no money in
Yeah.
it. You get nothing in the bank, in the interest rate. You know, so and then interest rates keep rising. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Can you
Fuck
before
the
you go into
system.
that? Can you explain a little bit blockchain?
Oh.
So
Just for that
getting in there.
people
so I don't
to
I
know.
don't so
Just a
basically-
small
'cause
snippet of the
so
technology.
We have a course. We developed
The
a
in
course.
between,
that
we talking.
teach.
We trying to make you some money
It's
too,
everything,
boy,
bro.
Go ahead.
So the blockchain is basically a public ledger. When I say a public ledger, you got to look at it as like a digital book, right? Every book has a page, has pages, right? The pages are the blocks, right? Every time each block or each page is filled with information, it moves on to the next one, right? But in order for it to move to the next block or the next page, it has to solve a mathematical equation. When that mathematical equation is solved, which is very complex, it takes supercomputers. Like, this is not something you could do with your little Apple computer.
Yeah.
yeah.
When you do that and you solve that, then the information is stored together in a sequence
So who's
called the
solving
block.
that exactly?
The algorithm.
The
That's
AI?
Satoshi
Is that
Nakamoto.
is that AI?
It can be. Yeah, it is.
Bro, I'm
It is.
telling you, I'm convinced we about to be in the Matrix, bro.
We
The
are in the
metaverse.
Matrix,
Bro,
nigga. Oh shit! I just said the N word. My bad. Oh, dang! I'm working on myself. Working on myself.
But
No,
we're
bro.
dealing with AI
It's
already.
different.
Like people say,
But it's
oh, you
getting
know,
smarter, bro.
Oh,
and smarter.
definitely.
They're creating pictures now. You know that, right? Like you could tell them, like, I want to see you in a Disney character, and they'll make it for you, bro. And it's gonna get smarter and smarter, bro. But keep going.
yes.
Keep
yeah,
talking about.
you'll walk in like they do in Japan and Singapore. You walk into McDonald's like, hello, Amaurys Grullon.
Wait, they know my name.
You walk in, the facial recognition
Nah,
knows
you're
who you
lying,
are. I am
boy.
not lying.
You're lying.
Worldwide,
This is
my guy.
technology.
Worldwide, my guy.
This is technology. You walk in, and the algorithm knows that 65% of the time you
That's
pick the
different.
Big Mac instead of the quarter pounder.
Yeah,
always
yeah.
get the McChicken, bro.
The McChicken, Brody.
Put cheese. You don't put cheese on it.
I put cheese. Yeah. Sometimes put bacon. You know.
Hey,
I like to go.
You get crazy, boy.
I go crazy.
Yo, just side, a tangent, right? How do y'all meet each other? Like, because I always see y'all with each other. Like, how long have y'all known each other, and how do y'all start partnering up with each other to start
So
Bronx
basically,
Crypto?
we work in the hospital.
How's it, Mike?
Talk to the mic.
Basically, we surgical techs. We work in the hospital. So I think during the pandemic, I used to work in the hospital with him. I used to pick up hours in GI gastroenterology, doing surgical services, and then Julio always used to come up to me like, yo, man, you gotta figure about this Bitcoin thing, man. This shit is about to, hit the moon. And
How long
everything.
ago was this? How long
I was
ago?
like probably like during the pandemic, like
3-4 years
2020.
ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he used to bring it to my attention. I'm like, yo, every day he's coming. Every day in the morning, like, yo, Bitcoin. So it just registered in my head. I'm like, you know what? Let me do some research on it. So I figured out, like, oh, Bitcoin is dope because, it's a store of value and, it's like a method of payment. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
seen, like, all the places around the world, you can, use it as a form of currency, send payments, receive payments. So I looked deeper into cryptocurrency, and I found out that with crypto, there's something called staking, where you could park your money up. Unlike the original bank, you park your money up, you get little to no interest, like 0.11%, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to staking, you can put your money in certain assets and gain APY on your crypto. So that what really brought my attention to crypto. And then it was one day, I was like, yo, Julio, I got $1,000, man. You know what I'm saying? You could take this 1,000, allocate this money to all these assets that you believe in. And then I believe like 6 months later, my money flipped to like 35 grand. I said, you know what,
Let's
bro?
get it.
I ain't gonna lie. A lot of
got-
things you said just went over my head. But
But
can I send you
that-
$1,000 today?
I'm like, yo, Julio, I ain't gonna lie. You have to, bring this to the people.
That's different.
Wow, that's
information.
No, yo, and yo, it
and
hasn't
they are
been
doing
easy,
it for the
bro.
Bronx
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Wow.
Yo, it has
get
not
it.
been easy, but like when I shout out to my boy Nick, he's a Ukrainian dude, very
shout out
smart
to Nick,
dude.
man.
He was the one who put me on. About like 8 years ago, we were talking
I
about
heard
like
about shit a while
you
ago,
know,
too.
we were talking about like when we say store of value, right? It's basically the number one store of value ever on earth has been gold,
Yeah.
right? Gold.
That has always gone up.
That's
That's the
what
main-
money is supposed to be, but we're
backed
printing
by
money. Yeah,
our
but
money's supposed to be back, so it
Yeah.
was before
It's not
1970. It
even
was.
gold.
It was President Nixon
Uh-huh.
who took the dollar off the gold standard.
Terrible.
And then all of a sudden, we would be able to print this money, and they believe that as long as they have the reputation and the military and the Super Bowl in Times Square and Wall Street. They will
That
be
they're
able
gonna
to back this
control.
up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
now we're
But
not-
now it's
now
out
we're
of
not the
control.
power. Yeah, now
and
we're
I
not the
think
power
they
of the
weren't.
world either.
They were never expecting something like COVID. They weren't expecting this crisis that we have at the border. You know, I think we're all immigrants here, and this is another serious topic.
we
Like
were making a lot of stuff here.
they wanted to put 15,000 people in Orchard Beach.
They didn't do it. I thought
No,
they did
it's
that.
moving to Randall's Island.
All right.
To a parking lot. of
okay,
Randall's
good.
I
Island.
would say that's
Now,
crazy.
I
Wait,
can't-
are you talking about the immigrants?
correct.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
It's not.
And
just
that was from one
immigrant,
day
it's
to
a
another.
crisis at the
Yeah.
border.
So they're coming in even more, you're saying, than before.
Well, anything that's attached to America through Mexico, Central America, all the way
Yeah.
down.
So it's everything is
Anyone
coming
can
up.
just walk.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what's happening with these
They're just
caravans
walking
are forming,
in.
and they're just
Yeah.
like we're headed now. Shout out! I'm an immigrant.
Yeah.
So this is a very
Talk to me, a
touching
little bit
topic
about
to me
that
because
I feel like that's something that also is. It's not even getting that much kind of talk and conversation, but I feel like it's gonna affect us. I mean, it's affecting
big time
us now, but it's gonna
big
affect
time. Our
I feel like-
hospitals are.
I feel like
getting
we're
full.
scared. I feel like people are scared to say something about it because
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
we're
'cause
gonna
of
we're gonna
cancer. 'Cause
I
sound we're gonna
support-
sound conservative.
Yeah.
We're going to sound
So now you won't be anti-Semitic. You'll be like anti-immigration.
No, you be-
anti
Yeah, yeah.
anti something.
yeah. You would sound like that,
always
but I
a-
think it's okay to like let's question like yo
Yeah.
wait hold up what
Yeah,
does
and
that
then
mean
you don't
for
you
us?
don't
It's a
hear
sticky
you don't hear let's say
situation.
The hospitals.
the principals who all of a sudden have 300 new kids into the
No,
schools.
bro. There's schools
You don't
just
talk
for
about-
it, and that's another thing. They keep, and we go to the schools all the time, and a lot of the schools now they're like, oh, speak in Spanish. You know what I mean? Which I'm fine, but I'm seeing it more and more where there is, and I'm embracing.
Shout out to
it,
Hannibal.
and shout out to Hannibal. You already know,
You.
and I'm embracing it, but. What are the stats on that? You know what I mean? Like, what's the future looking like? You know, how are things going to be?
I just think that
allocated?
there has to be a little bit more of a plan, and it has to be thought out. I think if we can send money all around the world, like let's say to Ukraine, we have to form some type of allegiance with these other countries because these other countries are facing.
Talking about, like, our bordering countries.
No, I'm talking about like the Northern Triangle. I'm talking about Venezuela, Salvador, Nicaragua, my country. I'm talking about all where the immigration is coming from.
Yeah.
We need to invest in those countries because
So they can be good and not want to come to
correct,
America.
correct, because they're fleeing.
But why would it? You're
they're
saying that the
fleeing
U.S.
violence. They're
Yeah.
fleeing like my
I don't think they
country-
do business with Venezuela though, right?
No, because they're
dictatorship,
communists.
dictatorship going on over there.
But they have to find something. Whether
some
if,
sort of common ground.
If not, they have to talk to Mexico because Mexico
It's
is
like
the
the
one
in-between.
Correct.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
between.
And they and that was not even
We brought it back.
I love it.
Mexico is the in between.
bro.
Yeah.
So
That's a fact.
we
man.
need. There has to be a meeting. There has to be some discussion. There has to
You
be
already-
a plan.
I just want to say real quick, shout out Costa Rica. I was just there this past weekend, Pura Vida, and love the people, love the land, and we're here, bro. Central American.
Yes.
We here. Shout out all my Salvadorians,
So,
Hondureños.
Shout out to everybody, man. All the
Everybody.
Latinos, everybody.
Yes, man. Love
So
is love.
let's get back to it because I don't want to forget my train of thought.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, I think there has to be a little bit more of a plan in place, and if there's not going to be a plan in place and we're just going to allow everyone to just walk in here,
Yeah.
then you need to give everyone a social security and a tax ID and let them go work and pay their fair share like everybody else.
There it goes. Yeah.
We gotta find
There's
the
no
in-between.
reason. There's millions of people here that are working and they're getting paid and they're doing it and they're not, because this is the problem, right?
Yeah.
America depends on taxpayers to pay
Yeah.
their debts, and there's
Yeah.
not enough people working, and there's not enough people. They're not collecting enough taxes, and now with something called the Great Resignation after COVID,
Everyone's quitting.
yeah.
Everyone's quitting their job.
It's up. Guys, employers
It's
out
up.
there, if you think you guys are going to abuse people for 20, 25 years, 30 years, it's up.
It's up.
It's up. Your baby boomers are going to do that. Not this new generation with the metaverse. Not this new
shout out
generation
Gen
that
Z.
we taught with
Shout
Gen
out
Z.
millennials. You already-
They'll come to work in 2-3 days. They're like, this ain't for me. I'm done. I'm going to go find
That's what I
something
did.
else to
That's
do.
what I did.
And that's what's happening. So there's a
Which
there's
is
a
great.
big
Well, I
shift
love it. I love it.
that's happening.
Yeah.
And they need to understand that. And especially with more empowering technologies like cryptocurrencies, NFTs, empowering creators, artists, musicians, things like that, you're going to start to see people break free.
Check this out.
So this is now...
Oh, I just learned this just now. My bad. It's my ADD.
Clap it up, clap
That's
it
my
up.
ADD. But I'm gonna start clapping it up. Yeah,
You have any other topics?
Yeah,
or
right.
subjects?
yeah I do got one more topic. I'm here with you, bro, with that, and I think that we should definitely have like a deeper conversation about that. But I do want to get back to drill because you did
let's talk
mention
about
that,
it.
Yeah.
and I do want to have like a whole.
Drill.
So
Who's that?
I want to mention
Who's
some
that?
things about
Sounds
it.
terrible. You know who that was?
was you?
Nah, that was Tadre. That's my brother, yo.
Yeah, shout out Tadre, man.
Yo,
Killing
but drill music. I do want to touch on that a little bit. I think I'm gonna tell you how much time we got. 48 minutes. We got about like 12 more minutes. I want to wrap this up in like 10 and then outro type shit. But drill music. What you brought it up?
Yeah.
What do you want to?
So for me,
And then
you
we
know,
got BSN in the building. If you want to jump in on this conversation, let me know.
Come
Amazing
through.
producer and all that.
So, I am first and foremost an artist, right? I'm a creative. That's my first title, and I am all about expression and making, energy, putting it out there, right? So I'm too.
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's all good, buddy.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I'm in the in between, you know what I mean? Because I see, and hip hop, and I've spoken to the fathers of hip hop, pioneers. Hip hop is an evolutionary genre, right? It is always evolving, it is always adapting. This is why we are about to hit 50 years, and this is why we've seen different eras of hip hop, right? In the modern time.
Different though, bro.
Yeah, no, this is different, right? But you can't deny the foundational factors that created this new genre of hip hop, right? Which is
The
things
streets.
that hip hop has glorified for years,
Violence.
right? The streets, violence, ops. This is
Gangs.
not nothing new. This is kind of like a concentration, I feel, of it, and kind of an emergence of it that I've seen. But what I'm just here to say is that I'm not against the form of expression, right? Hip hop is a telling of the times, right? These are the times that we're living in. These are our youth expressing themselves and telling their stories. I'm not saying that it's not fucked up and that it's not the right thing. You know, I am against, of course, bro, gun violence. I'm against all these things that are going on, but I'm not against expression, right? But we do have to find a common ground in between, you know, in a healthy form to express what we're going through. Or if not, then figure out how do we solve these traumas and you know, that we've, you know, it accumulates, you know, and and it's not like these kids are just born into it like, oh, I'm about to kill everybody, you know, their environment dictates where
true.
they're going, but yeah, I mean, it's an ongoing convo, so you already.
I don't know. I kind of feel like we always had that like caliber of music when we was growing up. Like, you know, 50 was talking about it's getting cool to get shot, right? So it's like, what has really changed? It's similar rhetoric to like them saying.
I think that there's been
it is different.
a lack
What's
of.
different
I think
though?
it's just concentrated. It's just that's what it is. Like,
No, there's like a lack of respect.
That's the.
There's like a lack of
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
respect.
That's
Respect for
because
what?
This
Yeah,
is the issue.
Just
For the dead,
for
you know,
for grown-ups,
they're going
for,
ham.
you know,
It's little kids, bro. Your brain doesn't stop, finish fucking developing until you're 25 and up, bro. 24 for males. Imagine a 14-year-old, 13-year-old listening or being in a type
Listening
of
to
environment
drill,
and doing these type of
smoking
things,
these synthetic
you know,
marijuanas.
which does something to you, you know.
I tell you.
I feel like we acting a little old right
No,
now.
yeah.
Back in my days.
No, and that's why I try to be careful with.
No, so, I mean, I get what
A
you're
little
saying.
bit,
but-
yeah. I don't really feel like much has
But,
changed. I think
so
it's.
I'm not here
I
to
think we've
glorify.
gotten a little bit more censored as we gotten older because we just like not in the streets anymore.
No, all right, but
Yeah,
so
as you
to
get
say something like that, like
Look at the stats.
I don't want to glorify
Just that.
anything, right? Violence and crime, anything like that. But
Yeah.
just look at the mafia, right? The mafia, grown men. There's criminal activity going on. Nobody hears about it. Nobody sees it, right? They'll kill. They'll kill your father, but they'll send the kids to college. Riding on a moped, randomly shooting, letting off shots, hitting little girls that are 10 years old, 5 years old. Bro,
That's not.
that's not.
It's
that's not
That's why they
that's
call it
not-
unorganized
like-
crime
That's
and
not a
organized
hit.
crime.
That's not a like. What are
Yeah.
you doing?
It's getting
my
even
brother?
more. Yo,
But
speaking on
even
the
these
dead,
gangs,
we
they
had
used to be
codes, bro.
organized.
Correct,
Yeah, there were
correct.
codes. That's what I was getting to. There were forms of standards and values still. You know what I mean?
Parents.
Now it's like no one gives a fuck, and that's what it is. They don't give a fuck.
I'm gonna tell you the funniest thing I saw, which I think is funny, which I'm not even sure if it's real. Somebody stole someone's tombstone, bro.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
Put
worth
it in the
money.
hood.
But that's
No, they stole.
no.
They stole.
Of an
They said they stole
ops.
the
The ops.
tombstone,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
and brought it to the hood. Wait, I'm
Shit is
laughing
heavy,
about it,
too.
but that shit is crazy.
I
But
was
there's
thinking, you know,
dances,
that
bro.
the tombstone's like a big piece of marble.
Yeah, shit heavy.
Nah, but they.
On the kitchen sink.
But also just. But
I got my ops when I'm making my
Bro,
honey turkey sandwich.
smoking my ops, bro.
Nah, but
The cutting
legit,
board.
talking
Disrespectful.
about the dead.
Disrespectful.
You know, we did respect parents. Yo, I mean, it ain't always been wild shit. And then, honestly, like hip hop, like they always talked about like gangster shit and stuff like that. Honestly, a lot of that shit was fake, bro.
It is.
Yeah.
A lot of that shit was fake.
Yeah.
What these niggas is talking about ain't fake, bro.
Facts.
Niggas
Facts.
is really,
Yeah.
niggas
feel
is
like it
doing
was
it.
more-
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when
Niggas
they
is
mention,
doing
oh,
what the-
this one just got shot yesterday, and I'm about to shoot this
And
one
it's-
tomorrow.
and it's
like,
dumb
they're
as
really
shit.
talking
And
about
it's
it.
I follow
dumb
them.
as fuck.
Like-
It's dumb as fuck, bro.
I see in the
They're
lives.
telling
like,
on
they're-
yourself. Like,
Yeah.
where are the gangsters, the older gangsters, telling them like, yo, what are you doing?
relax.
But they're not listening to you.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
what
Somebody
about?
was driving up with like
They're
a
posting
with
on
like a-
TikTok what they're doing.
Bro.
All right,
Yo,
but the other
somebody
thing is-
posted on
It
Twitter
is the
that they
new
had like a
clout.
key of coke, right? And I think he tagged Push on it, and Push was like, "Yo, drive real slow, all right, and
I like
subtle."
that.
I'm like, "Yo, this is
what's
like
up.
next level of snitching on yourself, yo."
Yeah,
Like,
drive
But
very
it's
very
not,
slow.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not smart. It's not wise.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, I'm
It's
here-
guidance.
I mean,
Lack of
yo,
guidance.
shit.
You
You
know,
know-
You know,
Trauma,
the
like you
cops
said.
are all over this, right,
Oh,
guys?
yeah.
You know the
Yeah.
cops are watching.
Yeah. So
You make.
What's
But
that
yeah,
line
man.
Jay-Z said? When I was on Instagram, the last thing you wanted was your picture snap.
Yeah.
He said that on the rhyme because you didn't want to be on Front Street. If you was out there committing crimes and you was out there getting dirty,
We're living.
You want to be low.
A different world, bro.
We are,
Different realm.
yeah.
Different. Really, the Matrix.
I'm gonna be
Different.
like, and I
some
guess
old
drill,
ass
right?
Huh?
This is the
We
topic.
some old ass brothers.
Yeah, I mean, no, it is. It's like just like a different world that we're living in.
The youth needs. The kids need
And
this. Like
and we're
maybe they
building
watching
that
this
with
and they like,
Bronx
yo, you know
Native,
what? That's like
with
an
our
older
open
cousin.
mics. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
With
an
what we're
older
doing.
uncle. You know what I'm saying?
But
Maybe-
they're also looking at this and seeing ownership, right? One,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's stuff
There
like
is another
that.
side to it. That
So like even if you spin this conversation all the way back around, like even talk about Ye and him being jealous, right? What is he jealous about, the Jewish community? Is that they
they
own a
organize.
lot of stuff. And
That's
they're
what
very
that's
organized.
what the
Yes.
narrative is, that
Yep.
he's jealous of the Jewish community.
Yeah, that's what he said. It came from jealousy, right? I'm jealous that like, and we was talking about this earlier, right? It was like if a black person does something bad, it's just like everybody gets penalized. All black people get penalized for that. But if a black person does something good, then they're the
Exception.
the exception, right? But with Jewish people, if a Jewish person does something bad,
It's just that one-
It's like, yo, nah, he's the exception. We don't get down like that. But if one Jewish person does something good, it's like, yeah, you know, that's how Jewish people are. They you know, they're like that. They do that. Right, so he's jealous because we don't have those narratives. Like we have people in our community that do really good things, and it's like, oh, those people are the exceptions. But the minute we do some fucked up shit, it's like, yo, and now you know that's how they are. Right, so it all stems from like jealousy. So like when kids is coming up and seeing like ownership, and like you guys is explaining like crypto, right? You explaining like how to build like a brand and culture, right? You're over here like, you know, building a brand in music and DJ and producing, like shit like that is really important for them to see. Because growing up, we didn't really see ownership, and that's the reason why I asked the question. Like, can you explain blockchain? The next question I wanted to ask is like, how do you guys work together? Because another issue in our community is that like people think that we need to do this shit all on our own, and that's not the case. It's
Yeah,
never
that's
like
true.
that
That's true.
at all.
That's
There's a
true.
reason why you're the CEO. There's a reason why you're the CFO. There's certain tasks that you handle, and there's certain
Facts.
tasks that you
Facts.
handle, right?
That's
And you
facts.
stick to your strengths. And it's something that you're not strong at, you go and connect with somebody
go.
that you
Yeah,
trust.
it's
in,
true.
and
We-
you
I was
fuck
talking to
with.
Hannibal about this earlier.
We're stronger together
You know
as a
what I'm
unit.
saying? You grab your partner, like
Yeah.
Imagine
I
if
told
all-
him about the
compliment.
camera. I
Yeah,
was like, yo,
yeah.
I need help with the
Yeah.
camera, bro.
Yo, imagine if
Even though you got here late.
if all
Imagine
the
if we all put what makes us together, bro.
Yeah.
Our top skill sets and create a net worth that is fucking unbeatable.
or like we
You know
were
what I
talking
mean?
about gangs, like if all the gangs got together.
Yeah.
Like if there was no more this gang.
Yeah,
this
let's
gang,
work
if just
together because we are one,
solid
bro.
gang.
We are
I ain't
one.
see
We
a
are
gang
all
hand out
struggling.
turkeys in a minute, ever.
Like
actually.
think about it. If they all
Ever.
pooled their money,
we
if
are
they did the
struggling.
Nipsey,
Scammers do not.
if they did the
do not
Nipsey, bro,
give out
and
no
bought
turkeys,
back-
bro.
bought
We
the
are
block
very
back.
selfish. Let's talk about it too. You know what I mean?
Of
Our
course.
community is
It's true.
very selfish,
Very
very,
selfish.
you know,
The
that,
crab
and
in
that
the
is
bucket.
a fact. You know what I mean?
All right, cool. I feel like this is a great moment to. That's me at the in between right now, right? We talked about how, you know, the hood needs help, and you know, like right now the scammers or people that are not financially literate.
Yeah,
Let's meet at the middle. Let's say something good about today. I like Josh was saying.
Good.
Josh was saying like, yo, there's a lot more entrepreneurship.
Yes.
Yeah.
I never seen. I mean, I never thought I would be doing what I'm doing today.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was by me meeting people around my age and sitting at tables like this with other entrepreneurs, and it lit a fire on me. It planted seeds because at that time I was like, I don't know what these. Almost at the end word.
I
What
think that's
these people
what
are,
needs to be.
what these people are talking
Planting
about.
seeds.
Yeah, what these people are talking about, right? But you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like I got any value to talk about it. But you know, as I hung out with them more, it was like, yo, what can I do? What am I passionate about?
Yeah.
And that's how I got like into music and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
there's always one thing that I loved about you is that like you was able to pull away from a job that a lot of people work hard to do, right, and just bank on yourself, right? Like you create your like your,
It's scary.
your own dollar, and it's super scary, right?
Yeah.
So like for the younger generation to see stuff like that is like super important, right? That you guys are not addicted to a salary, that you guys are happy doing what you're doing, and you can generate your own dollar and your own wealth by your own skill and traits.
Yes, and I'm seeing a lot more of that in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we right here.
You already-
I grew up right there, Patterson
We changing the
Projects,
world,
you know what I mean?
baby.
And just to be an inspiration for people, that I mean, it's a blessing. And even drill music, I feel the part that I love about it, and I'm trying to get back into the in between, right? Is that there's a lot of artists from the Bronx that are bubbling right now.
Yeah.
You know,
Ice Spice.
Spice.
You
Oh my
already.
gosh,
You
these
thought I
guys
was feeling you?
love Ice Spice. BSN too. BSN love Ice Spice.
There's a lot of them, though.
But there's a lot of fire
bro.
music that is
We
coming out of the
bubbling.
Bronx.
Bronx is up.
I again, I'm
Bronx
getting
to
back
the
into
moon.
the in between. You know, I'm happy about that. I just like I hope that there's some transformation that comes out of that, and it inspires even more artists. You know what I mean, and even y'all Bronx crypto, bro. What are y'all like? What y'all doing in the hood right now? What y'all doing for the Bronx, who really needs it the most?
Yeah, man.
Where I'm not sure we still are, but we were like called the poorest.
No, we're still.
Oh, we are.
We are the.
We are.
We are still the poorest congressional district.
So-
We are the unhealthiest county. We are
Wait.
highest asthma rate.
I think it's
We're
the third
always-
poorest zip code
But
in the
the
state
in
of New York.
between, we got
Disregard.
Bronx
yeah.
crypto. We got you. We got like we're bringing this together. We're gonna try to. We got to balance this out.
No, so let me say something positive. I think one of the things that I appreciate from you guys, and just like we did, it's not just let's say making music or making your art or making your clothing. We did what corporations do. We read. We did a little bit of research. The truth is there, but it's in the book.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna tell you. You gotta go out there and look.
The
this
proof is in the
information.
pudding.
That's how they hide the truth from us. They put it in books.
They put it in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
We gotta
to see
read more.
that Tag Up is a LLC, is a corporation. To see Bronx Native
You
is
already-
a corporation. To see
We up.
Bronx Crypto is a corporation. Like in New York State Department of
Different. Hit
Department, it's there.
Hit different.
In New York State. You know what I'm
That's
saying? So
different,
it's like
yeah.
we are setting the precedent and showing kids in our community that not only we could do this, this is in us, but now we're taking the
Yes.
proper steps
Ownership.
forward to ownership to make it legit,
Yeah.
so that you can, write things off in your taxes, so that you
And
can
show
claim-
them that people that look like
Yeah,
them can
man.
do it.
and you can do the same thing that these corporations do, just on a smaller scale.
Yes, and if there's any youth that is inspired by this conversation,
Reach
please
out.
reach out.
Reach
to
out.
us.
Yeah,
We
here's
right
a-
here.
We can use help
At the Bronx
You know what I mean?
Native,
And we can
at Tag
teach
Up
us
that
some things,
studios,
you know what I mean?
at Bronx_crypto. You already.
Josh, you
Yo,
also
Josh, you got a
coach.
great voice.
You was he's great for this. You was also
Just grab.
you coach.
Yeah, I kind of feel like my influence in the community has been served like in different ways. Like, one, I even start from like my parents, right? Like it's very rare that kids are just raised like in mom and dad households where they're still together, been together for a while. And,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
They invested the time and the sacrifices, like putting me through private school and making sure I got my education. And then for me to like, go and play college sports and then like make something of myself afterwards, I think like that's like really huge. And the fact that like I'm also in a position which is different than like our parents, right? Like I manage people and I'm the one that's in charge of hiring and I kind of make decisions on who gets promoted. Like that's really huge in our community because I'm always looking to like hire people of color because I understand that there's a space for us, right? And I think like we need more people like that in tech, right? Because it's really good opportunity and the fact that a lot of these startup companies, you can come in and get equity that right now is probably maybe worth like $100K depending on how much you get, right? But in like 4 or 5 years when the exit plan, you hit your numbers and you 5X as a company, that shit could be worth like $500-600K. That's a check that you get cut just for being at the company.
Yes, sirski.
And let me give you some flowers, right? We grew up in the same hood. Again, I was your older brothers.
Yeah.
Like, we were
Awesome.
close friends, family. You know what I mean? I seen you. I joked on you. I picked
Yeah.
on you a little bit, but it's out of love, right? But bro, you're a homeowner, bro.
Yeah.
We come
Get
from
it.
the, we come
Ownership.
from the we come from the project, bro.
Do the
And
clap
I just
line
want
for
to give
that.
you some praises there, bro.
That's what's up, man.
You're
Appreciate
a freaking homeowner, bro.
Yeah.
And that's like such a big accomplishment right there.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
I'm inspired by you, and one day.
Oh, it's coming.
One day.
Don't
No,
worry,
we
Bob.
all
One
getting
day,
houses.
one
Don't worry,
You
Bob.
get a
Bob.
house. You get a house. You get a house. It's
Everybody
coming.
get a house.
You already.
I want the
We making
building.
this
Yo.
money. Yeah, no. We buying buildings.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
bro.
cool. So
That's what we going.
we're a little over time, but any final thoughts? Damn,
Damn, I was gonna bring you right back to the middle because it was
Bring
getting
it
too
back.
positive.
yes. I love that. I know you got something. You're a man of not many words, but when you speak, bro, it's heavy and it's
Hey,
it's
yo.
For the
like-
people that's watching this, But for the people that's watching this,
Resume.
you want the youth, you want the community to understand that, they need to take financial literacy very important. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in the economy with the inflation at like 8.3%, and it's just going to get worse. And people don't understand that we're in a recession, but the governments and the Fed, they're not trying to announce it. But people need to understand that they need to take control of their own finances and invest and put money into allocate their money into these assets, so in the long term, they could pass it on to their children.
Beautiful.
And
Let's
form
stack this
generational
bread.
wealth.
Facts. And
Financial
one
vocab of the
thing-
word is cash flow.
Cash
Cash flow.
First, but
like
I want to
that.
say one thing too, and I know we were getting too positive, so I want to bring it back to the middle.
The in between.
We have to take responsibility.
accountability.
I'm sorry, guys. I walk these same streets you guys do,
Yes.
and there's way too much garbage and too much litter in the
Facts.
Bronx.
Yeah, man.
There's
Yeah,
way
yeah,
too
no,
much
that's a fact,
garbage,
that's a
bro.
fact.
I don't understand. I go to Westchester, I go somewhere else, and I go to Jersey. As soon as you go, let's say you go on a vacation and you land in LaGuardia and you get off and you're like, why is there so
Yo,
much trash on the highways?
I had
Why is
someone-
it's like literally
yo.
people just they wait till they cross the Bronx to throw out their trash.
That's
in the car.
funny.
seen those videos, right?
I,
They
I,
bring
I
their
yelled
trash.
at
We need to
somebody
take-
recently in my car. They threw. She know
threw it
who
out?
she is, and there's
Yo,
only one she that
we
be in
need
my
to-
car.
listen.
She threw a chicken bone out the car in the Bronx. I was like, "What are you doing? At least do that in Queens."
It's like, if we need
Yo, you want to know how old I am, bro? If
I
I see
hate
like my
littering.
grass is like above like a half an inch, I'm calling landscaper like, yo, come cut this shit, yo.
that's a homeowner.
That's the homeowner shit. Like, yeah.
He just
I ain't
started-
Fuck that.
No,
got a
but
fat
why? Wait.
think I
But
had
why?
cat,
But why? You work hard for that.
Yeah.
You maintain
Yes,
that. You
yes.
take care of that. That's your property. That's your equity.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Yeah.
maintain that.
How am I
So
gonna sell it? If it don't
how-
look
People don't
good?
feel
Facts.
that this is their home. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? People don't respect.
This is
things
just,
that
you know-
already. This is just
But bring it back to
we
the
need to
in-between.
respect. We
Bring
need
it
to
So
back.
yeah, just that one
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
we need to respect our home. We're gonna respect us.
So why the fuck
Yeah.
people be
Respect us.
saying don't come to my hood if they don't own it though, and they feel like that they
My
don't own
block.
it. My block. That's where it really come from. Let's bring it back that
But
way.
then again, we do got to treat this like our home, man. We got to treat it like
This
That's
is our
what
home.
I'm
We got
saying.
you. Jesus
that's
said,
what I'm
the
saying.
point,
"Body's
though.
your temple."
If you don't feel like you
gotta
own it, then
make
don't
sure
say
the
it's my
temple's
block.
Gucci.
That's a fact.
Like, you can't complain that you come home to a pissy elevator, but you're peeing in the elevator.
Well, who?
No, I'm just saying random.
okay.
Bro, I'm from the Bronx, bro.
No, but
But
facts.
it's the
no, I
truth.
believe
We
that,
need to
bro.
keep
we need
ourselves
to,
accountable.
We know. First of all,
Like,
it's
no,
a
no,
mindset.
I'm sorry, but
it's an
this is not-
ideology. We need to
Guys,
respect
guys,
Who's doing the
ourselves.
shooting?
Guys,
Is
guys.
it white people or Spanish and black people?
Damn, you're taking it there.
Let's save that for the next one.
Yes. Nah. But real quick, as we wrap this up, I just want to say, thank y'all for joining me at the. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all came in like last second. It was just,
it was just
legit
like,
just gonna be.
How did you
three of
feel
us.
the first one? You set it up.
This is going viral.
Tell us a little bit. Where do you want this podcast to go?
Okay,
You know?
thank you. I want this podcast to.
Past drink champs.
No,
Spotify.
Yo, shout out to Nori. Yo,
Affirmations.
Fly Trap
No.
Nori, DJ
No, but
FN. Pull up,
legit-
man.
Big
legit.
Champs was like
I
2
want
hours away
this-
from us passing them.
Yo, I want this podcast to help us understand each other. That's what I just wanted to plant seeds. I wanted, and this is something whoever's watching this, if you disagree with things that we said, please let us know.
Yeah, comment.
Yo, come,
you know?
yeah, comment.
Yeah.
And I'll even invite
Let's
you
talk
to the
about it. Come
podcast.
through.
I mean, this is about helping us understand. You know what I mean? If we were too left or too right about something, let's see if we can meet in between. And that's what inspires this podcast. It can also, I'm gonna bring dope people like Amaurys and y'all could help give us like dope information. But we're gonna say some polarizing things sometimes. But just give us grace. Know what I mean, understand we're human. Understand that we can change our minds as people.
Yeah, that's true.
Know what I mean, we can change our minds, and I don't know. I think this podcast can grow into a bunch of other things. But I'm that type of person. I'm already thinking about that. How can I flip this? You know what I mean? Like, how can I flip this into something
Let's get it.
bigger?
Yeah.
But one step at a time. And I'm about community. I'm about just bringing people together. So I love that y'all just walk through the doors and y'all just like, yo, hug it.
So
We're gonna put on some headphones and we're gonna put on some headphones and let's talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And naturally, like this was not scripted. It was
Off the
not
top.
organized. It was
Off
off
the dome.
top. And
Mata.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Everybody just said what they feel in
Yeah.
their heart and
Good
they
vibes,
just
good vibes.
So
laid it
again,
out there.
love is love. We meet
In between.
yeah.
Got it.
Things aren't black and white all the time. There's me in the gray area type
Facts.
shit.
Meet in the rainbow.
Yes, sir.
You already.
Hey, yo.
Here. what you mean? What you mean?
I love that's another conversation for another day. Yo,
Yeah,
love
let's
is
get it.
love.
Love is love.
In between, tag up.
Peace out.
Let's get it.
Bronx
Yeah.
Bronx
all that.
Crypto.
You already be up.
building.
Tag up.
You thought I was feeling you?
We both from the Bronx.